He goes on, he says, and he says here, it gets better. Trust me, it gets better. And lengthen his roots like Lebanon, at the end of verse 5. He's talking about the cedars of Lebanon. The cedars of Lebanon are, a cedar tree is on the Lebanese flag even to this day. The cedars of Lebanon were known for their great strength. And their root system, I don't know if this is true, but this is what I read, that the root system goes down 3 times the height of the tree. Now, cedars of Lebanon can grow up to like 120, 150 feet in height. That seems pretty hard to believe, but if it's true, he's talking about the roots of the cedars of Lebanon here that give the tree strength, give the tree stability. Again, sin made Israel weak as a nation. Sin made Israel unstable as a nation, but God will restore their strength and stability as a nation. In an individual's life, sin will bring weakness. It will bring instability into your life. But God will bring strength. He'll bring stability. I got saved at 26 years old. And I am so grateful for just the stability that Jesus Christ brought into my life. Just the stability that he brought. In verse 6, his branches shall spread, his beauty shall be like an olive tree. Now, in our Sunday morning study of Genesis, we recently talked about the value of olive trees and olive oil in the ancient world. Sin robs us of our value. Sin makes us feel pretty worthless. And God will restore value. God restores worth to us. And his fragrance will be like Lebanon. Lebanon has many fragrant flowers. It has a lot of evergreen trees. God will make Israel fragrant like Lebanon. Again, this restoration that he's going to bring, this new life. We have the fragrance of Christ. The New Testament tells us. Verse 7, those who dwell under his shadow shall return. They shall be revived like grain and grow like a vine. Their scent shall be like the wine of Lebanon. Three words in this verse that stand out to me: return, revive, and grow. And that's exactly what the Lord does in a person's life. When we return to him seeking forgiveness with a repentant heart, he revives us by his Spirit, and we grow in the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ. Ephraim shall say, if they would just turn to the Lord, and he would heal them and bless them and make them fruitful again and strong again and all these things. And if they were to do that, Ephraim shall say, what have I to do any more with idols? I have heard and observed him. I am like a green cypress tree. Your fruit is found in me. Ephraim will come to the place where they want nothing to do with their idols. What do I want to do with these idols? Any more with these idols? And that's when you know someone has truly repented of their sins, when they want nothing to do with their old sin anymore. Or nothing to do with that. Or it seems like a whole different person. It doesn't even seem like that was me that used to do those things. And I'll have nothing to do with it. Again, God says your fruit is found in me. Our fruit is found in abiding in Jesus Christ. John chapter 15. Jesus is the vine, we're the branches. We bear much fruit by simply abiding in him. We don't have to work. We don't have to strive to bear fruit for God. We just stay connected to Jesus Christ and abide in him, and he bears fruit through us as we're just simply abiding in him. Now in verse 9, we have the conclusion of the whole prophecy, the whole thing that Hosea has written. Who is wise? Let him understand these things. Who is prudent? Let him know them, for the ways of the Lord are right, and the righteous walk in them, but transgressors stumble in them. The ending of Hosea is similar to the ending of the book of Ecclesiastes. If you're familiar with the book of Ecclesiastes, it was penned by Solomon, and Solomon basically tries every vice and every habit the world has to offer. But because he's like the richest guy in the world, he's able to just take it to the extreme in everything that he does. And at the end of the book, he concludes, this is what the conclusion he comes to. After experiencing everything the world has to offer, Solomon concludes, fear God and keep his commandments, for this is every person's duty. And here Hosea has this final word in his prophecy, this final lesson that we learn from Israel's rebellion and the consequences they suffered for their rebellion. Two things, two takeaways. Number one, the ways of the Lord are right, and the righteous walk in them. The ways of the Lord are right, and the righteous walk in them. And number two, transgressors will fall. That's the two lessons from the book. You look at what happened in Israel and the demise of Israel and the destruction of Israel because of their sin. The two things you walk away from are, man, the ways of the Lord, they're right. It's just right to walk in the ways of the Lord. You'll have a blessed life. You'll have a good life. And transgressors will fall. Israel fell because of their transgression. And it's better for a nation, just like it's better for an individual, to walk in the righteousness of the Lord.